Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video, I'll be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy M10s. Now Samsung has launched this phone in India at 9,000 rupees and it's being sold exclusively on Amazon.in. It's available in two colors, stainless black and metallic blue, and we have the black color. For just a price of 9,000 rupees, this phone is offering a lot of cool features, especially an AMOLED display at this price segment with a bigger battery, fast charging, and this time it also has a fingerprint scanner. So guys, without any further delays, let's get on with the unboxing. So guys, here's the box. This is the Samsung Galaxy M10s and the overall box packaging looks pretty similar to the Samsung M30s as well. Anyway, on the front we have a quick preview of how the phone looks, and at the bottom it says M10s, and on the left side we have the phone's name once again, Samsung Galaxy M10s, and a part of it is covered by this logo. Now on the right side it is completely blank, we just have a seal from Samsung. Now on the back side we have the most highlighting features, that's mainly the Super AMOLED display, dual camera setup, along with a massive 4000 mAh battery. Following that we also have some specifications, but I'll talk more about them in just a second. So without any further delays, let's just quickly go on with the unboxing. And now we are done. Now once we open the box, first we have a cardboard packaging with some documentation. So we got a quick start guide, and this is supposed to be for a regional log guide and warranty card. That's it. Next we have the phone. By the way, this is the stainless black and this is how it looks. I'll come back to it in a second. This is the 15 watts fast charger, and it's really great that Samsung is providing a fast charger inside a box for a phone that just cost 9,000 rupees. Now on the back it also has an engraving that says adaptive fast charging. Pretty cool. At the top, as usual, it says Samsung. Now finally here we have a USB Type-C charging cable, and over here we have the SIM card ejector. And as you have seen, there are no earbuds or free earphones inside the box. So guys, these are all the contents of the box. Now let's come back to the phone. It has a plastic film all around. Let me just remove that. Now we are done. It also has some stickers all around for the borders. Let me just remove that as well. Earlier I have unboxed the M30s and that didn't have these stickers. So guys, this is the stainless black and this is how it looks on the back. It's pretty glossy, and as you have seen, it's already attracting a lot of fingerprints. Now this is how the phone looks on the front. Now let's have a quick physical overview and then check out the complete specifications. Physical overview. On the back, this phone has a 3D curved plastic back. It's probably fiberglass as well. And at the top we have the camera module with dual camera setup followed by the single flash. Beside that we have the fingerprint scanner followed by Samsung branding. On the front you get that massive Super AMOLED Infinity V display, and inside that notch we have the front camera, and above that it has the earpiece. Below the display it's completely plain and the chin is kinda big. Now for the sides, on the right side it has the power and volume buttons made of plastic. They have a nice clicky feel to them. I wish they were a little more elevated. At the top we have the secondary microphone for noise cancellation. On the left side it has the SIM card tray housing 2 nano SIM slots along with a dedicated SD card slot that supports up to 512 GB of storage. Finally, at the bottom, we have the 3.5mm audio jack followed by the USB Type-C charging port, primary microphone, and the speaker grill. This phone has a thickness of 7.8mm and weighs 169 grams. And here's the SAR value. Guys, just from initial impressions, phone doesn't feel all that thick. In fact, because of this 3D curve, it feels quite slim. It is super slippery. It has a bit of weight to it, but doesn't feel all that heavy. Now, these are the complete specifications of this phone. On the rear, this one has a dual camera setup with a 13MP primary camera with f1.9 aperture and a 5MP ultra wide angle camera with f2.2 aperture. For selfies, it is a 8MP camera with f2.0 aperture. On the front, you get a massive 6.4-inch Infinity V Super AMOLED display with HD+ resolution with the new 19.5:9 aspect ratio. It also has wideband L1 certification. Under the hood, it sports a Samsung Exynos 7884B octa-core processor with Mali G71 MP2 GPU. It is a 8-core processor with 2 Cortex-A73 cores and 6 Cortex-A53 cores. This processor is built using the 14nm FinFET process, so it's also pretty power efficient. Besides that, it also has 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. It will be running Samsung One UI based on Android 9, that's Android Pie. Finally, powering all this is a 4000 mAh battery that supports fast charging and also comes with a 15 watts power adapter inside the box. So guys, those are all the specifications. Now let me just turn on the phone and set it up and come back to you in a second. So guys, this is how the phone looks once we turn it on and completely set it up. This is your default launcher, default home screen, and the wallpaper definitely looks much better than the Samsung M30s. Anyway, this is the default home screen and this is your app drawer, and these are all the applications that come pre-installed. There is some bloatware, but you can uninstall them. Now let's check out the storage information. So guys, out of that 3 GB of RAM, we get about 1.3 GB of RAM free out of the box, and out of that 32 GB of storage, we get about 21 GB of space for our user apps and user data. Now let's check out the about page. This phone is running One UI version 1.1, while the M30s was running 1.5. It is based on Android version 9, that's Android Pie, and right out of the box, it has a August security patch, just like the Samsung M30s, which is a pretty good thing. Now let's check the camera interface. So this is the interface for the rear camera. It looks pretty similar to all the previous Samsung phones. Over here we have the toggle to switch between the primary camera and the wide angle camera. By default it opens up in the primary camera mode, and when you click this toggle, it takes you to the wide angle camera. And as you can see, it is super wide. Now for video recording, we can either record video using the primary camera, or we can also use the wide angle camera, which gives you a lot of details. Now on the left side we have the live focus mode. It's portrait mode for the rear camera, and even on this phone, we can change the amount of background blur effect you want before you actually take a picture, which is pretty cool. Next we have Pro mode or manual mode, and finally panorama for the rear camera. Now this is the interface for the front camera, and initial impressions, it looks pretty good. Now even for the front camera, we have a toggle over here. By default, this phone crops selfies. So if you don't want that and want to get a wider selfie, you can switch to the wide angle mode. And it is significantly wider than your crop mode. Now for video recording, we can record video in 1080p resolution using the front camera. And if we go to the left side, we have the live focus mode, that's for portrait selfies. And once again on this phone, we can also change the amount of background blur effect we want while taking portrait selfies, which is a pretty cool feature. Now these are some sample pictures taken with the front and rear cameras. So guys, now let's test the speaker loudness. So guys, speaker on this phone is pretty loud for your media consumption, ringtones and alarms. It is not super loud, say like the Samsung M30s, but it is definitely pretty loud and probably the best in the price segment. By the way guys, this phone also has Dolby Atmos sound enhancement, but that's only for earphones, not for the speaker. So if you're someone who listens to a lot of music or uses their earphones a lot, then you can turn on Dolby Atmos from the notification toggles, right from here. Now let's test the fingerprint scanner. I've already set it up and here we go. By the way, Samsung Galaxy M10, its previous iteration, didn't have a fingerprint scanner, while this one does. So it's definitely a huge upgrade. So guys, as you have seen, fingerprint scanner is super fast, but phone takes like a second to unlock the phone, which is pretty annoying. As you can see, fingerprint scanner is almost flush to the back. And when you're trying to unlock your phone without actually looking at it, you have to do a bit of hunting. By the way, there is no haptic feedback even on this phone when we use the fingerprint scanner. Now let's test the face unlock feature. Once again, I've already set it up and here we go. That's the lock screen and now it's unlocked. It is usable, but it's not fast. It's probably taking like half a second. It is definitely usable. Now I'm going to test it in complete darkness, and even in complete darkness it works. It's not super fast once again, it's probably taking like a second or two, but that's completely fine. So guys, that was the face unlock feature. Now before I conclude, these are the Antutu and Geekbench scores. So guys, this is the Samsung Galaxy M10s. Now, if we compare its predecessor M10, this phone has a bigger display, bigger battery, better performance, and now it even has a fingerprint scanner. So at just 9,000 rupees, Samsung did pull off a pretty good phone. I just wish it was an offline phone. For an online phone, it is still pretty aggressive, I'd say, especially because it has an AMOLED display and it does pack decent performance. So if you're looking for a phone under 10,000 rupees and you are willing to buy online, then this is something that you can definitely consider. So guys, what do you think about this phone? Do let us know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.